these are the Queen Mary Schoolyard plots, and the school is under renovation this year, so we were taking care of them and came up with an idea of what to do this year, a little different than the normal, and planted a demonstration grain garden. So I'll just go through all the plants we have and what they look like. This is golden flax. It has a beautiful blue flower that blooms in the daytime and then shuts down at night. And it has a little seed pod that's actually quite rich. If you look at that, nice golden flax seeds. So you've seen that, they're tasty. Don't waste them. That's that one. And then this is our red fife. We've already harvested quite a bit of it, so it's one of the famous wheats that made Canadian wheat growing industry famous, and it's a wheat that probably originated in the Ukraine, and it's my favorite, my personal favorite. It has quite a red seed head, not much on, and it's just a little bit more perfect looking than some of the others, and it has one of the nicer straws for corn weavers as well, which we were doing last weekend. Okay, so that's red fife, held up by hockey sticks.
That's Canadian.
Just keep the theme going.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I've already harvested much of this. This is the Himalayan barley. So these beautiful people winnowing their full crop, and that's the one we're threshing right now at our house. So that's a barley. We're not sure what we're going to do with that because it has quite a hull on it that we can't seem to remove through our threshing process. So that one might end up becoming animal feed. We'll see. Or if someone knows how to do beer, we might try malting it and try that. This is our blue wheat, the one we just threshed. And that maybe is the right name for it, Ethiopian blue tinged wheat. And it has quite a long on, quite a prickly long on, but it's a beautiful colored one, and it turned out to be very good for threshing by hand. A lot of the wheats leave a little tip or two, and you have a lot of picking those out to get out all the chaff. So left a little bit here as a demonstration, but that whole patch was full of that. And then our disaster barley. This was an Ethiopian barley, and it's a blue, almost blue-black barley. So that's the seed. And that one was our fastest growing barley, or fastest growing anything, but because it was growing so fast, it actually collapsed and then grew up again. So we've got different ages of seed heads, green ones and blue ones. We probably won't do this one again, but it is pretty interesting colored grain and whatnot. And it was fun to watch it grow. I think it's not going to be very fun harvesting. Okay, and then we'll go through the last two Old World ones. We've got, are you better on the other side? Yeah, okay, so this is emmer wheat. This is a very old variety of wheat. It dates back to Egyptian times. And we think that it's the same as what the Italians would call farro. And my understanding is that it might be a little easier on people who are sensitive to gluten, not gluten intolerant, but just a little insensitive. It's much less productive grain. It's a very beautiful seed head, a little more on, but only 2 rows, so it looks very nice, and it's got quite a red stem, which I like for weaving as well. So that's our emmer. It grew about twice as tall here as it did in my own garden. So we may find the seed heads are a little plumper. We're having trouble threshing this one. And then maybe if we come around this side. And then we've got our hull-less oats. And our hull-less oats are, with those, a rare oat. Apparently they're better for animal feed because the animals don't have to deal with all the chaff. And you see the seed is this lovely soft oat, and you can cook that directly into oatmeal, just the same as you would rolled oats. So we're going to give that a try, and they're tasty for munching too. And then this is our Harrington's malting barley. So this was apparently a famous Canadian malting, 2-row malting barley. So that's what they would make beer or whiskey out of. And it's a little behind the others, partly because we planted it late, but it might just take longer to mature. So we're expecting to harvest it in a couple of weeks. Yeah, and then we did have to put some New World things in because I love New World plants. This is quinoa, loaded with seeds. This is a very productive plant. Some people know this as pigweed, and I think they're very closely related. It hopefully will mature on us if we don't get too wet a weather in the next few weeks. I grew it a few years ago and it didn't quite make it, and then they got moldy and I didn't dare eat it, but if it does, we'll have a good little feast of quinoa. And then we've also grown Zea maize, so I'm going to take a chance and pick one of these. So this is one of the grinding corns that Pueblo people probably would have grown. So one of those beautiful babies, and that'll have to dry a little before it can be ground, but it'll dry nicely, or it can be the Thanksgiving table piece. But yeah, that's actually the grain I eat the most, is grinding corn. I love Mexican food and New Mexican food, so that's what I'm hoping to make something out of. And that's it.